Bless my heart, bless my soul. Didn't think I'd make it to 22 years old. There must be someone up above. Say, come on, Brittany. You got to come on now. You got to.
There's a great Brittany Howard, the band called Alabama Shakes. She is native of Athens, Alabama. I don't know if we have a bureau chief in Athens, Alabama. I know we have Phil in Auburn. I know we have Karen in Huntsville. I know we have Jason in Tallahassee, Alabama. My dad grew up in Mobile, Alabama. Went to Auburn University. War Eagle. Today's National Alabama Day. I just heard from somebody. Somebody texted me from Birmingham, I think. It's the anniversary of Alabama becoming the 22nd state. Poundcake, 22nd out of how many?
50.
50 states. That's
Nothing gets by him.
That's right. When is Ohio Day, I wonder? So, yeah, wherever you're listening, if you have any affinity for the great state of Alabama, make sure that, half my blood is in that state, the Deep South. My dad was born in Mississippi, but grew up in Alabama. So that's where me, Bill, my deep, deep-seated love of the people of the Deep South in this country. As much as I might try to diffuse through humor my keeping them at arm's length, there is no escaping the fact that those are my people. The people who came from the governorship of one William Wyatt Bibb back in the mid-1800s. Of course, now they have this foxy piece named Kay Ivey, who's, oh boy, people who take me to task for having the temerity to mention that perhaps there's something mildly attractive about Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Whoever texted me from Birmingham said, I'd rather bang our governor than Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I'm like, well, you've got Kay Ivey, who's she's very much QAnon. She's like an 86-year-old blue-haired woman. But that fits right in down there. So again, I don't know if there is or when National Ohio Day is. Alan, it's November 2nd. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Ohio on November 2nd is recognized for being the 17th state. Out of how many, Poundcake?
51.
Right. Of course, state of Ohio referred to as the mother of presidents because of the completely random fact that 7 U.S. presidents were born in Ohio. Of course, now we're recognized nationally as the Florida of the North. And I think that's fantastic. What?
Well, I'm just curious. So is it just like a coincidence that they're all born here, or is there just something about Ohio that makes it so majestic?
It's a coincidence.
We're not majestic?
Nothing majestic about it, no. A coincidence.
Okay. Well, we're winners. We haven't had an Ohio president in my lifetime. I want one.
You want a president from Ohio. You want President Michael DeWine? Is that what you want? I mean, we'll have President DeSantis, and Florida's the Ohio of the South. So you will kind of have a thing there.
I don't think DeSantis will win. Honestly.
I don't think so either, but it will be a very, very hotly contested presidential election.
He runs Florida well. But
Good.
He didn't even run Florida that well.
Predictable around here. We need a nice, hotly contested election. Spice things up.
Enough of these landslides.
A little boring lately, you know?
So, yeah, anyway, that whole bit. Hey, Cavaliers play tonight. Speaking of Texas, we weren't, but speaking of Texas, they're in Dallas tonight. They used to be a primetime soap opera, very, very popular back in the day, about a city, and I forget what it was called. Nevertheless, the Mavericks will play the Cavaliers. The Metroplex, I believe, is what it was called, the DF Dub. Early 90s, there was a magazine called Big D Magazine. I was working on a show in Chicago, and so we had Chicago Magazine. Of course, Cleveland has Cleveland Magazine. Most cities of any size or cultural repute will have, that's how you know you've made it as a city, when you have a magazine named after your city. Not just some free weekly that comes out on, newsprint, but a glossy, bound, advertiser-driven magazine telling you month after month all the great things that are coming out of that town. And but Dallas, everything's bigger in Texas. They weren't going to have Dallas Magazine. They were calling it Big D Magazine. I don't even know if it's around anymore. A lot of magazines in general aren't around anymore, but it used to be Big D Magazine down there in Dallas. I actually have a friend who's on the air in Dallas. I should ask her if Big D still exists. Who cares? I digress. Cavs, Mavs tonight, 9 o'clock on MMS and on the iHeartRadio app. So 8:30 is when Cavs pregame will get going, if you want to get the full experience. Tomorrow is our last live show of the year. Mary will return. Our friend Jasmine Carter planning on stopping by. She is part of the massive Bill Squire, Chris McQuan. Bill's not massive. Chris McQuanzica.
Hey, I'm pretty big.
The Chris McQuanzica.
I'm not talking about popularity. I'm a big guy. Don't you try and take that away from me.
The girthy Chris McQuanzica that's happening on Friday night at the world-famous Cleveland Agora with Bill and Mary and Jasmine and Mike Polk Jr. and John Bruton and the newly added John Anderson. Armstrong. Sorry, John Anderson was my parents' neighbor. My apologies. But John Armstrong's very funny. I saw him one time. I think he opened for Nick Griffin.
Very funny guy.
He was very funny.
A great lineup. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then...
Will there be surprises?
No. Guarantee it.
Yep. There won't be one surprise.
You won't be surprised by one thing, not even a punchline.
Nope.
We're going to have them on the seats so you can just read through everybody's script.
If you want to follow along.
Surprises.
And then you can determine who missed a line, who went off book immediately. No, I know in years past, Chris McQuanzica has involved some surprises.
Yeah.
And I would imagine
We're doing away with it.
No more surprises.
No more surprises. We want just straightforward comedy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to have the pre-show. We're going to have I told everybody to get there kind of early because I got a nice spread set up for everybody. We'll have some drinks. I even got Mary her Heineken Zeros.
Oh, so you're really rolling out the red carpet for your people.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got I got it all catered. It's it's an end of the year showcase where we all get and a bunch of comics are coming that aren't on the show just to hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. It'll be a very good time.
Okay.
And it's gonna be and the audience people are very excited. They're messaging me constantly. So if you haven't gotten tickets yet, you can get them now at agoracleveland.com because it's going to be a fantastic show. Jasmine's hilarious. Polk is a legend. Mary is fantastic. John Bruton, I was about to call him Anderson. Armstrong. Fantastic. It's a great lineup top to bottom. I'm going to be hosting. I'll be the master of ceremonies because it's Bill Squire's Chris McQuanzica. So I'm presenting. So we got a little we're doing two, what is that called? An intermission. So we're doing
an
a few
intermission.
people and then intermission. Then
so when the show is ready to resume, you'll turn the house lights on and off.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, and I do it. They don't have anybody to work the lights.
You're back there going ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen... Gwen was over at Polk's playing euchre a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't seen him in quite some time.
I haven't seen him in a while either.
Yeah.
I'm excited to just hang out with him. And ever since he's been doing the news, our schedules are kind of similar, but we're also, very wrapped up in our own lives. So I think the last time I saw Polk was this summer over the summer.
He's a
maybe
working
one of the
man.
shows. Yeah, busy boy.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun, and Polk's one of the funniest people I've ever met. So
Mhm.
I'm always excited to see what he brings to the stage.
Hey, Cindy.
Hello.
Hi, what's up?
I just have a real quick question. Estimated time. How long do you think it takes Cody to answer the phone 10 times for the 10th caller? Because I call so many times a week. I've never won anything, which is fine. But I just am not sure if he's plain lazy in answering the phone on the first ring and taking them as the 10th caller because the odds. I'm just curious. Like, does it take 3 seconds? Because it's literally 3 seconds. And he's very kind. He's very polite, great guy. I'm just wondering if maybe.
Yeah, I
sometimes
I only care about his politeness. I don't. How long do I think? I mean, I screened phones back in the day. Of course, I was a very good phone
Is there a way
screener.
to
Cindy.
time him?
No, there's no way to time him because your question is based off of your own anecdote. Everybody's going to have their own, people ask me all the time. They go, hey, is there a delay? I'm listening on the app. I go, yes, there's a sizable delay between the app. It's why I basically tell people, if you're listening to the show on the app, you're not going to win anything unless it's purely by accident because there's a sizable delay. What were you trying to win, Cindy?
Man, I call for the most random things. I mean, I'm just happen to be standing here this time of day and call because I can. So I'll call for anything.
So you don't
all
really
the time.
care. So you don't really care what you win.
No, I don't.
So why
At
do you?
this point-
So if you're not
at this
invested
point,
in
I'm
the,
just
if you're not
in it to
invested in
win
the,
it.
but if you're not invested in the prize, why do you care how long it takes him to answer the phone?
Because at this point, after this many months, after this long, I'm just going to have to go with there's no way Cody can answer the phone 10 times in 3 seconds by the time he answers and tells me he has his winner.
Right,
So
but he
I've
can
kinda
go. But
given up.
right,
but
but
I still call.
but Cindy, I don't know how Poundcake does it, but I'll give you a little hint here. A phone screener can go directly to caller 10 and they don't have to go caller 1, try again, caller 2, try again, that's wasting time. He has 10 or 20 phone lines, however many he had. He can see caller 10, pick it up and go, "You're caller 10." And
Perfect.
everyone
That's all I
else,
needed to know.
everyone else by
Because
definition
back in the
is
day-
not caller 10.
Back in the day when my mom would win so many times on this radio station, she had to use my name because you could only win one time in 30 days. She would tell me, just wait a couple seconds for the 10th caller and then call in.
Yeah,
And
again,
I-
everybody thinks they've got like a rhyme or a reason or a life hack, and there just isn't one. So,
Okay. If he can just pop to caller 10, that answers the whole thing.
well,
I get it
he's gonna talk to caller 10 because that's the winner.
Right, but he doesn't have to physically answer the phone 10 times. So that's where I
Well,
was-
again, I don't know
that's where
how
it was
Poundcake. Do you
questioning
go? Do you go through? How do you do it?
So I actually do count up to 10. That's because we have 6 hotlines, and then we have
Right.
the private lines. So I have to actually.
Oh, so you go caller 1,
I have-
caller 2. You don't have to do that.
I do.
Why?
Because it only goes up to our
Oh,
phones
I
only
see.
go
You-
up to 6.
oh,
It does
so
not go up to 10.
You've got to cycle. Oh, because we have so many other. I see.
We have the warm lines.
You have
which
to
are for guests.
cycle through to get. Okay, I see what
Correct.
you're saying.
And to Cindy's point, I'm sure she's probably frustrated because she never wins anything. From my experience, just from answering the phones, the people who win stuff, they tend to win again pretty frequently because I don't know if they've gamed the system and they know exactly when to call, but I'm telling people there's no way to game the system. That is purely coincidental. It's a
that some of these-
coincidence then,
Yeah.
because I would say 90% of the people that win prizes are people who've won before that call all the time. So you just need to call all the time and just keep calling.
Well, we do have prize pigs.
We do.
We do have people, but that's just by virtue of the fact that they call so frequently, not because they get in or thread the needle at the right time.
I had a person, she was kind of like salty at me because she won something she really wanted, and then she couldn't win it because it was. We pushed it back. You used to not be able to win for a month. We pushed it back, and it's like a week, and the computer wouldn't let me enter into the system. She's like, I thought that policy went away. I said, the computer's not letting me enter you into the system. It's a week, lady. Like, you won literally a week ago. back up off me.
Well, not only that,
Like,
but what
come
you'll
on.
what you'll find is essentially what Cindy confirmed, which is those people who complain, they don't care what they win. And I want people winning the
want the
stuff that they
rush.
really want. I'll have people email me and go, "Hey, I won something from Poundcake and I don't know what it is. Could you tell me?" And I go,
tell them.
"Why? No, I know you do, but they don't, because they're not invested in it. They don't listen or care. They just go, okay, cool." I don't like that because I want people winning stuff who really want stuff.
Yeah, that never happens.
Nevertheless, that's fine. Listen, I'm not back there. You do it however you're going to do it. All I'm saying is, if you had 10 free lines, you go yoink right to number 10.
Yeah, that
Because people don't know. Who cares what number people go, what number am I? Do you care if you're number 4? Like, who cares? I'm looking for one winner. It's not you.
Yeah, with this fancy new computer system, back in the day when I actually had a physical phone to answer, we had 12 lines, and the last 2 were hotlines. But these ones, I have 10, but 4 of them are reserved for the hotline. I'm
That's
sure there's
right.
some way we can rig it.
Yeah.
But
You have 6 winner lines.
Don't say rig. Because there's someone just heard that and they're like, oh, they said they rig it. It's rigged.
Okay, hook it up to where we can have the full 10 when it's giveaways. But yeah, that's literally it. So I do have to filter through some. But it does.
And by the way, as far as like rigged, I don't care who wins Magic of Light passes. There's no rigging. I don't care who wins. I have no vested interest whatsoever because people email me all the Poundcake's. It's nothing Poundcake's doing.
I just don't want you.
This is not a difficult thing to do, is pick the winner and go, hey, they're going to contact. It's not difficult.
Whoever's listening right now and you think I'm talking to you, it's you. I don't want you to win.
And by the way, if your day is going to be made or broken by something you did or didn't win, get some other things going on because...
Oh, I get so power hungry just denying
Why?
people. Denying people.
Why?
Sorry, we already have our winner.
Right, but like what? There's no vested interest in who wins.
It's the only power he gets
I'm
to wield.
fourth chair, Alan. This is the little bit of power I have, and I'm hanging on to it. Don't rip that away from me.
Oh, boy.
I get to crush people's spirits on a daily basis. It's a
Get
blessing.
to crush their spirits?
If you feel like Poundcake is wielding his power too much, email him poundcake at alancockshow.com.
And it's also a small fraction of people who really care if they don't win. So you're not really crushing anyone's day. They just go, okay, cool.
Most people.
Most people. Well, all right. Okay, listen, if that's what gets your rocks off back there, okay. Hey, Duke.
Hey, what caller number am I?
Hey, you're caller number 472. Duke, you lose.
Oh, shoot, I just missed it. Hey, Alan, you're 100% right 90% of the time. I just wanted to make sure you knew that there are not 50 states. There are only 46.
Oh, no.
There are, however, 4 commonwealths, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. So there's
And
your
they all have,
trivia
and they all
question
have,
today. But
they all have wacky liquor laws.
But they have state senators.
that's not why I'm calling. I'm calling to be. I wondered, do you like hollandaise sauce?
I don't care for it particularly, no, but I'm familiar with it. I've had
Oh,
it.
it's delicious. It's you put it on eggs or on ham or on chicken. It's quite good. It's you can get it at any local grocery store, or little packets of it. I find it quite good, but it's got egg in it, but it's also got a lot of lemon juice in it, and I find that I think it's corroding my dentures.
Oh, no.
So it's pitting them. So I was at the dentist last week, and he said, yeah, that might be it. He's going to make me a new set out of chrome. I'd never heard of that.
Wow. I'll tell you what, it's a modern marvel out there, Duke.
Well, he said there's no plate like chrome for the Hollandaise.
Son of a bitch.
Love it, Duke.
Oh,
I love it.
Duke, he just lures me in every time. All right, have a good Christmas, Duke.
I will if you will. All the best.
Oh,
Happy New Year,
thank
Merry
That was
you, pal.
Christmas.
There
fantastic.
you
He's
go.
such a corny.
There's
I love
no
it.
plate like
Mhm.
chrome for the Hollandaise. I've got to take a break. You know, he lures me in with his storytelling,
He's a master.
and then he pulls the rug out from under me each and every time. I've got to recatch my breath and prepare for the Poundcake Sports Break, last one of 2022. We'll do that in a few minutes. I'll also have Cavs tickets for you right after the break here. I want to go see your Cleveland Cavaliers. You're going to get to go see them play the Phoenix Suns on January 4th.